Some movies entertain. Others leave you uneasy, because deep down, they don't feel like fiction. Every so often, Hollywood stumbles onto truth. Comfort makes you fragile, and civilization can be on the brink of ruin at any time. Today on Deck of Facts, we're counting down 10 survival movies that make you want to start prepping, and the real-world lessons hiding behind the screen. 10. Jeremiah Johnson, 1972. All he wanted was a peaceful existence and solitude. But when Jeremiah Johnson left civilization for the Rocky Mountains, he found something else. The raw, merciless test of living with only what nature allows. He failed often. He froze and starved. But every mistake became a lesson. He learned to trap, to hunt, to build shelter. Not through luxury, but through necessity. That's where prepping begins. Not with stockpiles, but with skill. Gear breaks. Knowledge doesn't. 9. Bird Box, 2018. The world ends quietly in Bird Box. There's no explosion, no warning, just panic, and the invisible thing that drives people mad. The survivors are forced to live blindfolded, trusting sound, instinct, and memory. This movie is a perfect example of the psychology of humans in a crisis. How fear spreads faster than any disease. Those who make it are the ones who plan early, stay calm, and think under pressure. Preparation isn't all about stockpiling. It's about knowing how to maintain composure when the rules change overnight. 8. The Omega Man, 1971. Robert Neville wanders a dead Los Angeles after biological war wipes out humanity. By day, he scavenges. By night, he defends. His daily routine of cleaning weapons, securing entry points, rationing supplies isn't about paranoia. It's about control. Routine is the only structure left in chaos. The loneliness is real, but discipline keeps him sane. And that's a core prepper truth. When the world loses order, your habits become your shelter and keep you safe. 7. The Road, 2009. Gray skies, ash falling like snow. A father and son walking through a world that's already dead. No crops, no electricity. No one left to help. It's one of the bleakest films ever made, but it's honest. Survival isn't glorious. It's work, pain, and purpose. The father's strength isn't physical, it's moral. He keeps going because his son still needs hope. Prepping carries the same principle. Survival is meaningless without something worth surviving for. 6. Soylent Green, 1973. In a decaying city packed with millions, food is rationed, air is toxic, and resources belong to corporations. People don't grow food, they buy it and are given rations. They don't question the source, they trust the system. It's not just dystopian fiction, it's a warning about dependence. When you stop providing for yourself, you surrender control of your future. If you're realizing sometimes these movies aren't just entertainment, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Here on Deck of Facts, we break down the history, the systems, and the laws that decide how much freedom self-reliance really gives you. 5. The Book of Eli, 2010. After global war erases civilization, Eli walks through a wasteland protecting a single book. Not for himself, but for what it represents. He has no army, no allies, and yet he survives. Not because he's the strongest, but because he's disciplined, focused, and driven by knowledge. In a world where everything physical is gone, the mind becomes the most valuable weapon. Information outlasts supplies. Wisdom is the one thing no one can loot. 4. Threads, 1984. This movie is about ordinary people in England living their normal lives until nuclear war hits. What follows isn't high-energy action. It's aftermath. Families starve, infrastructure collapses, disease spreads, and the ones who survive the first strike still face slow death by radiation, famine, and cold. It's the most realistic depiction of collapse ever filmed, and it drives home one truth every prepper already knows. By the time disaster strikes, it's too late to prepare. 3. The Survivalist, 2015. In a world where the population has fallen and food is currency, one man lives alone deep in the woods. He grows just enough to live. He hides everything: his crops, his shelter, even his humanity. Then two strangers appear, desperate and starving. The film captures the hardest truth about long-term prepping. Isolation keeps you alive, but it costs you everything else. His story isn't fantasy, it's the realistic version of survival. Grow what you eat, defend what's yours, and trust carefully. 2. Contagion, 2011. It starts with a handshake, then a cough. Within weeks, the world shuts down, airports close, food runs out, and no one trusts anyone. Watching it today feels more like a documentary than fiction. The most chilling part isn't the virus, it's how fast society unravels when supply chains fail. Prepping isn't panic buying, it's understanding that modern life depends on fragile systems, and fragile systems fail fast. 1. The Day After Tomorrow, 2004. When sudden climate collapse freezes the planet, millions flee, governments fall, and survival becomes improvisation. It's over the top, yes, but the principle is real. Nature moves faster than humans can react. When disaster hits, it doesn't wait for permission. The people who endure are the ones with resources, and who act early and adapt quickly. Prepping isn't fear of the future, it's respect for how unpredictable life is. Every story on this list has one message: comfort is temporary, control is an illusion, and preparedness is the quiet act of taking both back. Which survival movie made you start thinking about preparedness seriously? Drop your answer in the comments below and join us next time, where Deca Facts explore the real-world restrictions that make self-reliance harder than you might think. Thanks for watching. See you in the next countdown.